How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Mass Effect. Last time we got involved in the Geth Incursions in the Armstrong Nebula, and we basically took out all the bases we knew about, but now we have access to their main bunker, so now we have to take them on once and for all. So let's go do that right about now. I haven't made any changes since the last episode. I probably could check to see if I have any good equipment to replace my old equipment, but I'm honestly not too worried about it. We went to Grissom, but we didn't do anything here yet, right? I think that's how I did this the last time. But hopefully today we'll be able to get to the Artemis Tau cluster, but that, of course, all depends on whether or not this whole thing with the Geth goes according to plan. We'll see, though. We'll see. But first we have to explore around the galaxy a little bit. Benda, I wonder if it's related to the Futurama robot, has a dense atmosphere of sulfur dioxide and chlorine. Though technically classified as a terrestrial world, the surface of the planet has never cooled enough for a crust to form. It is a global sea of molten rock. Like Zaharux, its atmosphere is being blasted away by the solar wind. Once its thick atmosphere is gone, Benda's surface will be a mere 400 degrees Celsius, which is still quite incredibly hot. Although, to be fair, the surface temperature right now is over 3,000 degrees Celsius, which is crazy ridiculous on levels I can't even imagine, but there was a League of One medallion in a vessel in orbit. Was it in orbit? I don't know. I wasn't reading. Point is, we got one of them, and I was more concerned with where this Zaharux is, and it turns out to be the planet directly next to it. So I guess that makes sense. Zaharux's nitrogen-argon atmosphere is being blasted away by the solar wind of the blue giant Grissom. Its surface consists of seas of loose silica dust, some kilometers deep, which periodically swirl into global sandstorms. There's probably a lot of thresher moths there. Many unmanned probes to Zaharux have been lost over the years. Though investigation has attributed all to mechanical failure or computational error, a popular extranet meme insists the entire planet is composed of dormant nanotechnology, created millennia ago by a race even more advanced than the Protheans. I'm sure that's just a bunch of bull. According to the story, Zaharux's silica dust is actually disassembler robots, which periodically awaken to defend themselves. Though discounted by every reputable scientist, this theory has been popularized by a series of sensationalistic texts by Asari author Delsai Orthiza. Delsai Orthiza. So, apparently Pulp Fiction still exists, although I can't really say Pulp Fiction because I'm specifically referring to some books that have received more than their fair share of cult followings in the past 10 or 15 years. You know the ones, viewers. You know the ones. I'm not gonna, pinpoint any particular audience because that would be mean, but you know the ones I'm talking about. Anyway, let's look through this asteroid field. Let me look through this asteroid field before we go to this planet here. I'm sure this is the one we need to land on. I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. That's a lie and you know it. I just realized in the middle of the sentence there, the reason why I did that little accent is because I realized in the middle of the sentence I was talking like a stereotypical Italian when I said look. That happens from time to time. I'm not really sure why. I don't know a lick of Italian, really. I mean, I know like a couple of phrases, but I only know as much as my great-grandma taught me, and she was a little senile the last time I saw her, unfortunately. What do we have? A rocky asteroid with a rare element in it, polonium. Nice. We needed more rare earths, so that's good. And I think that's it for the asteroids. Now let's go over here. We probably have to land on the moon there, but let's look at Notanban first. Or is it Notanban? Autobahn? No, nothing like that. Just like a planet named Autobahn, you just zoom in and it's just a network of superhighways everywhere. Notanban is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of ammonia. Molecular nitrogen is present in the highest levels of the atmosphere, giving the planet its odd violet tint. So I'm guessing it kind of it has a blue-violet tint to it, nitrogen. Although that could also be from the blue star, so... Excuse me one second. There. Sorry, just didn't know where that came from. I felt it coming on as I was starting the thing, that's why I opened my water bottle, but then... Well, didn't want to make itself known and too late. Anyway, the upper levels of Natanban's atmosphere are inhabited by, quote, shoals of tiny ammonia-based life forms, no larger or more complex than the plankton of Earth's oceans. That's interesting. Held aloft by air pressure and wind, these bioluminescent creatures constantly flee from the approach of the Terminator. Should they be exposed to the light and heat of Grissom, they die! I guess that makes sense. So, yeah, the little clouds that you see on the planet's surface there, that's all of those little microplanktons. They're all running away from the star, which is presumably on the other side of the planet there, over the horizon. They're running away from the light of the sun, because if they get hit by the light of the sun, they just die. So, it's got to be a pretty hectic lifestyle. They probably travel pretty quickly, considering the day length is only 16.9 Earth hours. That means it makes one full rotation in 16, almost 17 hours. And they have to go how many miles, how many kilometers before they die? Like 70,000? Jesus. Oh, we have a heat hazard here. Okay, so I'll have to get the Explorer gear out in a second. Solcrum is the largest moon of the gas giant Natanban. It has a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The crust is composed of various metals with deposits of sodium. As with every body in the solar system, the surface is scorching hot and thoroughly irradiated by the blue giant Grissom. Surface excursions without proper protective gear are certain to prove fatal. Makes sense. You don't want to go out there with a blue... excuse me. A blue star of any kind, really. Get fried, man. Radiation and stuff. Solar radiation. On approach to Natanban, Normandy's passive sensor array intercepted a fragmentary coded transmission from the surface of Solcrum. Attempts to decrypt the message were fruitless. It does not appear to be in any software coding language used by the Citadel races. Although if it's in software coding language, it's probably the Geth. So I think we've found our mark. Wow, 350 degrees Celsius on the surface. It's crazy. Well, I guess we know where we're going then. So let's head for the surface of Solcrum and finally be done with this Geth incursion and inquisition them from beyond the Perseus Fail, until Saren commissions more of them to be built or whatever the hell they do when they die. Maybe we should have done more research on the Geth before we killed them. But right now they're being threatening, so we have to go kill them. Come to think of it, I don't really know if these Geth are that threatening. I mean, there isn't really a whole lot going on out here in the Armstrong Nebula, but I guess they are on the border of the Attican Traverse, so maybe that's why we need to go take care of them, I think that's a possibility. That is Natanban, right? Or is that... No, that could be Grissom. No, that's got to be Natanban. It's too close to be Grissom. Although, where's Grissom then? No, wait. Is that Natanban and that's Grissom? Because that looks like a sun. It must be Grissom. Explains why this place is so hot! I mean, look at how big the sun is. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, so the Geth base is apparently directly ahead of us, although it's not marked on the map, so that could be a problem. But I think we're going to go over here first. We'll go to this anomaly, and then we'll head around, sort of, a little bit. We'll probably head that way, then we'll head this way, and then we'll come back around so we can stay on the flatlands and try to get to this. Although there might be a little mountain pass right here, so we'll have to keep an eye out. Of course, the topography of this map doesn't seem to be too bad right now. This looks like a relatively sloped little cliff here. So... we might be alright. We might be alright. I just don't want to go mountain climbing right now in the Mako. It's not really designed for that, As I say that, I avoid the flatlands, and then I go and attempt to climb all over this mountain instead of doing, what I'm supposed to do. Oh, that's right. I need to equip Shepard with the Explorer here before we get out. We'll just say that she equipped it when we were on the ship. Just in case, I don't want to make everything be too complicated, but... well, okay, well that could have gone a little bit better. It's going to be up on this mountain, isn't it? Oh boy. We don't have to go mountain climbing after all. Great. Where can I climb from? I'm trying to avoid the flatlands to my left because there might be a Thresher Maw here, and I honestly don't feel like dealing with a Thresher Maw right about now. I can avoid it. Okay. Yeah, it's up here, alright. Probably a crashed probe of some kind, by the look of things. Hello? Sorry, capsule. Okay, so maybe one of Matriarch Delanaga's
Heading to position.
would they be apostles? If they were here, would they just be like disciples or something? I don't know. See if I can do this after a couple of days away. As much as I want to keep working on the trailer, I kind of can't because I don't have any footage to go into it right now. But yeah, one of Matriarch Delanaga's writings were inside of this capsule. And I forgot to put on the thingamajigger, but we also get to see that Shepard has Mercenary 6, which is pretty nice. It's, I looked at it compared to Ursa 5, and I'm like, yeah, slightly worse tech biotic protection. I think that's alright. For all the damage protection and shields I get from it, I think I'll be fine. But anyway, we need to put on Explorer 5 here, because that's just, you know, that's just what we need, because we need to avoid this heat hazard. See? There you go. With the Explorer gear on, the heat hazard is no longer a problem. Now, if it was a level 2 hazard, I'm pretty sure it would still build up, like there'd still be a bar, but it would build up a lot more slowly, because I have the Devlin Industries gear equipped. So just keep that in mind. I'll probably keep some type of Explorer gear if I have it for these sorts of planets. Although they aren't really necessary, but, you know, might as well take advantage of the RPG mechanics while I can. Those of you who have played a Mass Effect 2 probably understand what I'm talking about, but Mass Effect 1 just has a lot more hardcore RPG characteristics about it than the rest of the series, and I really enjoy them, so trying to take advantage of them while I can still do so and indulge my classic RPG enthusiast side of me. Is that the debris? No, it's a rock. I got a rock! But it's a pretty rock, maybe. I'm just paranoid of Thresher mods right now, man. I keep looking whenever we go to Flatland like, oh shit, we might be dealing with them in a second here. Although this isn't even close to flat enough to be worrying about them, but whatever. What we got? Well, that wasn't so bad. Cryo-explosive and incendiary explosive 6. Nice. And back in we go. Excuse me, Tally. And we have one more place to go, right over here. Yeah, that mountain's a little high. Let's not climb that one. Let's just go this way, maybe, and see if there's a little pass. There's probably going to be, because it's another... Yeah, see, there's another mountain range right there, but there's a little bit of a low area there. It's not that low, but it's low enough. I should be able to just sneak right on through here. What was I going to say before? Oh, yeah, talking about the classic RPG mechanics. I really like them in this game, to be honest with you. I was going to say something else about them, and I've forgotten what it is that I was going to say about them. Just, I think what gets me about this game is all, like, you can, you know, upgrade the different armors, and seeing the numbers go up and down and everything, and seeing all the different armor sets and all that stuff. It indulges a side of me that I haven't really seen since my childhood, I guess, and I like that part of this. Of course, when we get to the next couple of games, they indulge a side of me that is entirely different, but we will get to that when we get to that. That's for another day, because this is not those games.
Now it gets fun.
Yes, it does. If I can avoid the rocket. Ow. Can I shoot through this little gap? I can. But did I hit him? That's the question. No, not that way. Can't tell if I'm hitting him or not. It would be hysterical if I actually killed him by doing this. Probably not going to be able to. I'm hitting him a little bit, but just not like a whole lot. Alright, fine. We'll go down. Why the hell not? We'll go down the mountain. If I can ever get that far. Whoa. Okay. So. Oh, it's a Geth Colossus. That's probably part of the problem. Did I just undo the thingy? I don't know. Oops. Come on, kill the Geth Colossus. Ah. I keep feeling like they're gonna hit me with those, but they're not. They're just bad shots. I gotta find a position of advantage, man. Because I didn't save directly before this, which makes me feel like an idiot, but no, this isn't too bad. Go like this, and then... Oh, those are just rocket troopers, alright. Well, now I'm not as concerned. There's a Geth destroyer over there that I can't hit because I'm aiming way the hell up in the air. Awesome. Is he over there? No, that's just a dead body now. Hello, Geth Colossus. I will deal with you later. Right now I'm dealing with your friends and allies up on these things. Yeah, these guys. Whose rockets apparently aren't doing anything right now. No overloading. I don't want that, actually. Alright, Mr. Colossus, you and me. These look like walking termites. I just want to know where the Geth get their design aesthetic choices from, you know? It just seems like such a strange thing for a machine to look like that. And then you talk about the hoppers and the stalkers and the ghosts and all that, and you're just like, where the hell? Maybe they have data on a bunch of different life forms, and they were like, yeah, that looks like something that I'd want to be walking around. Looks relatively intimidating. Of course, I personally still don't understand how they even can get around all that easily, considering their legs are, like, stuck in the ground, but... It's hard science fiction, you know, it's gotta look hard science fiction-y, I suppose. But yeah, see, Tally's armor looks basically the same as it did... I didn't mention it before, but Tally's armor looks basically the same as it did previously when she had the Hydra gear on, even though it's the Onyx gear now. So I don't know what that's all about, but we need to go inside of here and do some stuff. So let's do that. Alright, here we go. You guys don't need to follow so closely. And Garrus, you really need to equip probably the assault rifle, just for now. Until we get inside of there and go from there. I was gonna off screen there. I started re-equipping Mercenary 6, and I was like, yeah, I can't do that, can I? Under my own rules and conditions, I kind of can't do that. Oh well. Hold the door. I will get the door, and then we'll see what the hell's waiting for us. We're jammed, so we can't really see from here, but you know. That's a Geth Juggernaut. Well, I know what I'm doing. Sabotage overload, here we go. And, Garrus, why don't you throw in a damping just for good measure? Well, that gets rid of one big problem. They've got stalkers all over the place now, too. Hold the door! We're not going inside yet. Telly, why don't you overload? Garrus, you sabotage. That might kill both of them, honestly. No, not quite. Sapper. Get off the ceiling! There. Takes care of that. I can hear a sniper. I just don't know where he's shooting from. It's this stalker, isn't it? Yeah, it's this stalker. Wait for it. There we go. Garrus, you sabotage. I will... also sabotage, I guess, since I don't really have it. Or, no, let's not do that right now. Let's just dampen. Tech explosions. You are not allowed to scuttle away. That's not your job. Okay. I'm going to try to hack one of the stalkers if I can, because I kind of want to use them against the other Geth. Like, there's a sniper over there and everything, so I kind of want to try using that. Oh, there he is. Get back here! Wait for him to... Yeah, there we go. Where are you? I keep trying to uncrouch and it's not really working right now. Whoa! I don't know who that is, but I want that one. Can I have that one, mommy? Apparently not. Alright, fine. Maybe an overload is in order. There we go. Now, I need to get to this guy, so I think I'm going to pop a... No, not a stasis. I'm going to pop a barrier. And then I'm going to run over here. So oh, God! He can destroy the cover. He can definitely destroy the cover. He's a Geth destroyer. I suppose I should have seen that coming. Hack him! There we go. Oh, my God! There's more than one. Alright, let's just... be a little more careful. Whoa! Holy crap! Do you see him shoot that guy? Oh, my God. I love AI hacking so much. It's so good. It's way better than it needs to be. Alright, sabotage overload. Haha. Oh, this is so much fun. Then we toss him through the air. There we go. Help out my hacked now brother guy over there who's no longer hacked and is totally going to shoot rockets at my face until I die. Garrus, you're going to need to help me out with this sabotage overload stuff. There we go. I'm just getting to a better position of cover. There we go. I knew that rocket was coming, so. Music from across the room. On the monitor, a Quarian stands before a hushed crowd, warbling a mournful a cappella of worlds and innocence lost. The recorded song is dispatched to the Geth worlds behind the Perseus Veil. The transmitter shuts down.
Huddle up. Clear.
Tally, any input on this? Where's that song coming from? Is it coming from in here? I guess we're clear, so let's have a look inside here and see what they were talking about. This song that they were talking about. It'd be nice if it was actually playing here. I'd like to hear it, I think, but I don't think it's playing right now. Shredder and tungsten, a Geth terminal, a secure crate. I guess we'll go to the Geth terminal first. What do we have? A number of encrypted Geth data files. In proper hands, they could reveal much about the evolution of the Geth since the banishment of the Quarians. Well, I think we know who needs that. It's not me. Shepard. Shepard. Stop humping the console, please. Okay, thank you. Good. I don't have to unplug and replug my controller here. I don't want to do that again. Some Hydra armor. That's fancy. Wonder what that looks like on me. Let's find out. Not gonna equip it, obviously, but hey, another energized weave or two. Aren't those the ones that I gave to Garrus? Let's find out. Yeah, it's a little worse, but it's better than what Ashley and Rex have currently, so I'll have to equip that on them. Hydra 5. Pretty bad, but... It's kind of like Onyx, except... Well, Shepard obviously can't equip Onyx, because when Shepard equips Onyx, she gets the exclusive Onyx, where it's the N7 one, so... Tally and the Geth. So we got that one because we downloaded that data from the Geth outpost here. And we will have to have a look at that data when we get back. But for right now, let's just go over here and see if we can find anything up on the second floor where that Geth juggernaut was. I'm really glad we didn't have to deal with that guy downstairs because he was a pain in my sides the last time I played this game. Well, pain in my sides implies I was laughing. I was not laughing. I was having a terrible time trying to kill him because I wasn't thinking, I guess. I mean, I shot him with a sniper rifle bullet when he was up on the thingy, but then he came charging down the thing, and of course I didn't have throw then because I was an infiltrator. So I got basically destroyed by the guy. It wasn't very good. I would say this building is kind of looks abandoned almost, but kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Considering the Geth really don't need that many supplies, you know, other than like self-repair modules or whatever. I'm sure that was what was in those boxes that were back there. But yeah, I guess that makes sense considering this is a Geth outpost. So nice touch, developers. All right. But that takes care of the Geth Incursions. And I think we can get the hell off this hot rock and go back to the Normandy now. Anything else in the map? Like I said, there's probably stuff up here. Like, there's probably a mineral deposit, like, right there. But just based on where it is and how out of the way it is, there's probably one here, too. But again, I don't really care. I don't need to do that, so we're not going to worry about that. What we are going to be worried about is re-equipping Mercenary 6, because that's really good armor. I wonder if I should ever equip Shepard with any other weapons on her back, like the assault rifle, the shotgun, and the sniper rifle. I'm never going to use any of it. Well, I might use the shotgun, because even without shotgun specialization, shotguns are really good in the late game here. Well, it's not really the late game. We're about halfway through the game, but yeah, shotguns are really good, so it's worth noting. What was I going to say? I wonder if I'm ever going to decide to equip anything on her, like on her back, or if I'm just going to keep the generic, what are the first ones we get? I think it's like Storm, Lancer, and Avenger. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. What the hell am I going to do with this other Polaris amp? I guess I'm going to equip it instead of Prodigy the next time we get a biotic in our party. Boy, I'm not doing a very good job of preventing, of not telling you guys who the final party member is, am I? Whoops. Oh well. I mean, really, this game is what, 7 years old at this point? I don't think it's that much of a spoiler anymore who the final party member is going to be, but I'm not going to tell you anyway, just in case, because I think Cole mentioned that Carbon hasn't actually played this game before, or any of the series, in which case I have to ask, what's wrong with you? No, not really. It's fine. It's understandable. This game takes a good deal of investment to get into. It's in like 120-hour series, which is quite a lot to ask, but yeah. Anyway, Energize Weave. So this is 12% hardening, this is 24% shield recovery, and 20% hardening. So we will put that on Rex right now. Ashley, I will put that on your armor right now. And actually, I think I might have gotten a better sniper rifle for you. Possibly. Is that ablative coating better than Cadence? As soon as I'm done with this, we're going to go talk to Tally. Don't worry about that. No, that's better. That's the same as what he has already. Okay. Actually, yeah, it was Ashley, I think, that I had, who had needed a better sniper rifle. Oh, no, she's got the Equalizer 5. What about you, Garrus? Yeah, I really like the accuracy rating on the Striker, although with the phasic rounds, it might be better to just take the damage that the Halliot Armory one has and then go with, or I could go with Naginata 5, which is slightly stronger with less accuracy. Now, with the phasic rounds, I'm going to want all the damage I can get, I think, so we're going to go with the Equalizer for both of them. As much as I like Striker 6, it's fine, we'll go with what we've got. And Tally, I don't think I got anything new for you, so we will not worry about that. I should really check my codex entries, see how many I have. I don't want to do too many codex entries right now because we don't really have a reason to do them yet, and since we're missing the final party member, if I do too many of them now, we won't have a reason to talk to the final party member when we get them. But for right now, we're going to talk to Tally and get this whole Geth Incursions thing straightened away.
Shepard, I need to talk to you. It's important.
Sure, absolutely.
Is something wrong?
You know the data you took from those Geth control nodes? The information you uploaded to Alliance Control? I want a copy of it.
This is for your pilgrimage, right?
You want to bring this data back to the migrant fleet?
Those files have information that could be vital to our efforts to understand the Geth. It could be the key to helping us reclaim our homeworld.
She won't really leave us. She's already promised that she'd be here until, you know, after Saren is dead. But wait, hold on. We saw the church on Pharos when we were there, and then we were in there and they had that song, that a cappella song. You heard it too. You were there. You want to wipe out a culture of that kind? We don't know anything about their culture. You're not going to use this chip to just destroy them, are you? I know how you feel about them, but...
You think you can use this information to destroy your enemy?
Not right away. We will need to study it. It could take years, but it will give us new insight into how the Geth have changed and evolved over the past centuries.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, if it takes years, we'll have a hard time fighting the Geth until then, but once we have some idea of who they are and what they've become... And I guess, really, the Quarians are the only ones you'd hand this data over to because they're the ones who built the Geth, so they know the most about them of any race in the galaxy. So, yeah, I can see your point.
Go ahead. Make a copy.
My people, I owe you a great debt, one I can never repay. The only thing I can offer in return is what you already have. My solemn promise to stay with you until Saren and his Geth armies are defeated.
We're gonna need all the help we can get for that.
I never wanted anything more.
Thank you, Shepard.
You're welcome. Was that my drive core going wow in the background there? Or was that me reaching a new level of Paragon? Nope, don't have another point in charm yet. I am level 30 though, so that's I think I wanted to go do the mission in the local cluster before I got to level 30. I think I wanted to go do it when I was like level 25. That was what I was aiming for anyway, because you get something for doing it that's, excuse me, pretty cool, but just didn't end up falling together that way, I suppose, the missions, that is. I might end up doing it at some point. Let me look, because I have my schedule for my recording stuff written down now for the entire rest of the playthrough. That's going to be a couple of sessions before we go do it, because I'm trying to budget my time effectively based on when I'm recording these. Like today I'm recording, it's a Saturday, so my family is pretty much home all day, so I don't want to record for more than like an hour and a half if I can avoid it, in order to keep them, I don't want to keep them from doing what they want to do over the course of the day because I have to record. That's just mean, you know? So I'm trying to budget my time effectively so that I can get this playthrough done in relatively
Message
good
from
order.
Admiral Hackett, Commander.
Oh, yeah, we
Patching
gotta
it through.
report this in.
We just received your report. Looks like this Geth incursion was bigger than we thought. They were probably preparing for a major offensive in the system.
What were they looking for,
We're
though?
increasing patrols in the Armstrong cluster to make sure they can't establish another foothold in the region.
Okay, good.
Nice job, Shepard. You saved a lot of human lives on this mission. Hack it out.
Thank you, sir. A lot of human and other race lives, depending on how far away the Armstrong cluster is from other, planetary bodies and systems. I mean, there's 4 other systems in the Armstrong Nebula. There's probably quite a few installments there. Like colonies and stuff. I suppose it's pretty close to Anakin Beta, which is on the main line all the way back to the Citadel, if we're being completely honest. Asteroid X-57 still doesn't exist, in my book.